You stain everything you touch, just like your skin stains my house.
Billionaire Preston Whitfield grabbed a coffee-soaked tablecloth and shoved it into his black maid's face. 6 staff stood frozen.
Sir, it was an accident.
11 months I let a monkey eat under my roof. And this is my thank you?
I'll fix it, sir.
Fix it? Get on your knees.
She looked him in the eye and said,
No.
Dead silence. Preston's face twisted. He grabbed her hair, full fist, and dragged her across white marble. Nobody helped. She didn't cry. She looked at the tiny gold earring in her ear and screamed one word. His hands let go. His knees hit the same floor. Who was this woman? And why did she let this man destroy her for 11 straight months? 11 months earlier. A woman named Lori Calloway stepped through the staff entrance of the Whitfield estate, carrying one small bag and a resume that was fake from top to bottom. No jewelry except 2 tiny gold earrings, short nails, reading glasses on a chain. Everything about her screamed ordinary. That was the point. Because Lori Calloway was not Lori Calloway. She was Lorraine Calloway, senior FBI special agent, 25 years on the job, specializing in human trafficking and labor exploitation. The Bureau had received 14 complaints against Preston Whitfield in 5 years. 14. Assault, false imprisonment, wage theft, racial abuse, but not a single prosecution, because every victim had been silenced with an NDA and a check, and local police looked the other way every single time. So, a federal judge signed an undercover order, and Lorraine volunteered. She'd read the file of a 24-year-old woman named Tanya Brooks, a former Whitfield maid who had a scar on her wrist from a crystal glass he threw at her. After reading that file, Lorraine couldn't sit behind a desk anymore. The Whitfield estate looked like a magazine cover. 22,000 square feet, white columns, rolling green lawn, security cameras in every hallway, but none in private rooms. Lorraine noticed that on day 1. Preston's portrait hung in the main hall. Awards and photos with senators lined his study. From the outside, this was the home of a great man. From the inside, it was a cage. Her first morning, she met the staff. Ruth, the cook, had been there 9 years. She flinched every time a door slammed. James, the gardener, had a purple bruise on his forearm. "Hedge trimmer," he said without looking up. Nobody talked longer than 30 seconds. Nobody smiled. The air in that house felt heavy, like something was always about to happen. Then Preston walked in. He didn't greet anyone. He pointed at a water spot on a glass and looked straight at Lorraine. "If I see that again, you're out. I don't learn names until the 6-month mark. Your kitchen until then." Lorraine nodded. "Yes, sir." He turned to the rest of the staff. "Kitchen, laundry, garden, that's what you are. Real names are for real people." He left. The room stayed silent for a full 10 seconds. Ruth quietly picked up the glass and repolished it. Nobody said a word about what just happened, because in this house that wasn't an event. That was Tuesday. That night in her tiny staff room, Lorraine locked the door. She opened a small drawer she'd secured with a padlock. Inside, a burner phone, a leather notebook, and a photograph of a young black woman with a scar on her wrist. She stared at that photo for a long time. Then she touched her earring, the way a soldier checks a weapon before walking into enemy territory. She adjusted her watch, not to the minute, to the frequency, and she whispered into it, "Day 1, I'm in." 60 miles away, in a dark room full of screens, FBI agent Diane Hollister heard those words and pressed record. Lorraine had studied Preston Whitfield for 6 months before she ever entered his house. She knew his routines, his temper, his pressure points. She knew he was dangerous, but she didn't know about the basement. Not yet. 3 months in, a Tuesday morning, and the beginning of the end. Preston's wife, Catherine, lost a diamond bracelet. It wasn't stolen. Lorraine had seen Catherine leave it on the bathroom counter, then the sofa arm, then the garden bench. That woman misplaced things the way most people breathe. But Preston didn't ask questions. Preston made decisions. He lined all 6 staff members up in the dining room, the same room where he hosted senators and charity donors. He paced back and forth, hands behind his back, jaw tight. When he finally spoke, his voice was calm. That was worse than yelling. Someone in this room is a thief. His eyes moved down the line. Ruth, James, 2 housekeepers, the driver. Then Lorraine. He stopped. You, kitchen, empty your pockets. She did nothing. Open your locker. She walked to the staff hall. He followed. Everyone followed. She opened the locker in front of all of them. Uniforms, shoes, a toothbrush, nothing else. He wasn't satisfied. Lift your dress above the knee. The room went cold. Ruth